a spatula, a microfile. If you don't have one of these, you can use just a regular grater. You know, this is just a finer grater. A large knife because you're going to have to cut up the sweet potatoes. Measuring cups, measuring spoon, an immersion blender. A big bowl to put everything in, and then you're going to need a smaller bowl for the sweet potatoes, and I just stick them in a bowl with a lid on it and put them in the microwave. And then you're also going to need a food processor. That's what I use to put my sweet potatoes together, and then I bring them into the big bowl. But you'll see. Sweet potatoes, sugar. You can use organic sugar, cane juice, evaporated, whatever makes you happy. Some tofu instead of the oil, and also some applesauce instead of oil. Flax meal instead of the eggs. Salt. Soy milk. Ginger, that'll be grated. We'll grate some nutmeg. Cinnamon, cloves. Vanilla. Some lemon juice, and I think that's it. To make my sweet potato filling, I need to cook my sweet potatoes. So I'm going to peel them, chop them, and then I'm going to put them in the microwave for about 10 minutes, and then I'll check them. Just chop your sweet potatoes into large chunks. Okay, I'm just finishing mincing up my ginger, and now I'm going to put everything in the bowl. So here's my nice big bowl. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk together the sugar and my flax. Now my flax is the egg replacer. So actually what I did was I took a regular recipe and I just changed it up. Make sure that you get everything out of your container. So actually what I'm using is, because I'm making 2 of these, is replacing 8 eggs. And which means I'm just going to have a lot of fiber, which is excellent. So I'm going to whisk this together. Now I'm going to add my tofu, my ½ cup of tofu, my cup of soy milk, and here instead of having my oil I'm going to be having applesauce. I'm putting it together here, but I'm also going to be using my immersion blender. I'm going to use the food processor to break down the sweet potatoes. And this is, alright, so here's my lemon juice, and the lemon juice is going to help keep it with a nice orange color. And my cinnamon, which is about a tablespoon, and a ½ teaspoon of cloves, and a ½ teaspoon of allspice. And now I'm going to put in a little nutmeg, so it's going to have a great flavor. Which, if you ever saw one of my demos or you watched the Talk of the Town video that's on the YouTube channel, you'll see sometimes measuring just doesn't work for me. Smell it. Yeah, I can smell that. It smells really great. This is probably about a ½ teaspoon. And because I'm making 2 of these, I'm going to be putting in a tablespoon, okay? Because you got to remember, it might look like oh my God, there's so much. But all of this is making 2 pies. And there's my salt. Now I'm going to whip it up. And so now this is all together, and I'm going to go get my sweet potatoes. Now I just put in my ginger. I just looked down, I almost forgot it. Goofball. As you can see, this is really, really pureed, and that's what you need. Again, if you have any puree left over, you can always just eat it the next day as sweet potatoes, and just put a little cinnamon or something on top of it. I love my immersion blender. And then just pour it in.
And then pop them in the oven for about 30 minutes. Let it cool and set up for about 30 minutes.
I got LaDiva's pie. Let's try it. Get the plates.
Alright.
Poof!
Our pies magically arrived. Movie magic.
Good. Oh, man. Man, I want to have this at Thanksgiving.
Hi, kids. Those Planet Pyramid kids are so funny. Okay, so now I'm going to try my pie. I think somebody may have already tried it. Okay, now I'm gonna try it. And then I'll find out later if they liked it. Mmm, very creamy. Mmm. Really gingery. If you don't like ginger, I would cut back on the ginger. I really like ginger, so this is very yummy. Mmm, creamy. Oh, and the crust is nice. The crust. Good job.
I love the filling in this. The crust is really nice and flaky, kind of like a croissant. And I love croissants.
Yeah. Me like.